Going from Australia to Braga. Hey everyone, this is Jeremy Sharikis from Sphere Football, interviewing ex-Sphere Football player
Leonardo Oliveira.
Leo. Who do you play for?
Braga.
Okay, so Leo, how did you get from Sydney, Australia to Braga? It's a big deal.
I went to Portugal for a family trip, and I went to this local club, and I went to, it was like a 5th division club, wasn't very good.
Just for some training, yeah?
Just for some training, because I was slow and was unfit, because I haven't trained for a while. And then they called up a 2nd division club, and they called up Braga. And then my dad showed a video of me playing from me playing here in Sydney,
yeah.
And they wanted to call me up for a training session. And then one training session went to 3 went to 2 weeks, 2 weeks went to 1 year, and now I'm just here playing for Braga.
That's pretty cool. Tell me, how did you deal with the nerves of going into such a big club from Braga? Obviously, you're playing at the highest level you could play here. You were training at Sphere Football. You were fit before you went, obviously. But how did you deal with trials, and what are some tips you could give to people when you go into those big stage trials?
One tip is to not be scared, because the players can feel that you're scared, and they'll know if you're scared, and you don't want to be scared of the other players.
Did people intimidate you? Because I remember when I was 15, I had a trial at QPR, and literally in the first 5 minutes, someone gave me a black eye. Did you experience any hostility like that? Were people extra aggressive because they didn't want you to get in and they were fighting you harder? Was there any like that?
Yeah, one kid kneed me in the stomach for when the ball came to my stomach for no reason, and just didn't want me. And then a year later, he's gone. Because I took his spot, he's gone.
There you go. It's pretty cutthroat. And that's what I try to explain to people at home. Like, when you're at trial, no one likes you. You're going there to take their position. It's not like Australia where, hey, welcome, we've got a new player coming. It's not like that, right? They don't like you. You know, you're coming to take their spot. You're trying to take one of their friends that have been at their academy for a while. They don't like you. You got to be able to deal with that. Was it hard not being liked?
It was very hard not being liked, because I was from the best situation ever, from playing here in Australia, everyone loving me, to barely speaking a language in Portugal and no one liking me there.
And let's touch on that. How isolating does it feel? Because I've played in Portugal myself and other countries and not knowing the language. How do you deal with that? Like, you're the only one there, you can't speak the language. How does that feel?
It feels quite nerve-wracking, because even though you're there and it's a good experience that you're in a different country, it's still, you're in a different country, and there's no one there to come and be your friend. It's all for themselves.
Yeah. Now, do you think that brought your relationship to football closer because it's more of an outlet? Because I know myself, not having many friends being over there and being isolated with the language difficulties, I felt I put a lot more into my training, and it definitely helped me become a better player because I was spending more time with the ball, because that's all I had. Did you find similarities with that?
Yeah, I did. It gave me more intelligence in football, and because I was a target, because I was new, so I had to be more self-awareness around people and around myself.
Right, there you go. So there you go. So obviously adversity creates, in tough times like this, it happens, it's tough, but that's what builds as a character. Definitely having seen you now a year on, I can see a much more mature footballer, a mature person. Obviously the skills and the football side of it has improved levels, but the biggest thing I see is that maturity, that individual growth. I remember sometimes you'd get a bit frustrated with the training, it was intense, I was in your face, but now, you deal with that so much better. So this has been a real big step for you as a person, but more importantly, your football as well. So that's really good to see. 3 differences between Portugal lifestyle, Australian lifestyle.
The food in Portugal is much different, very different.
Different or better?
Better. No offense, fellow Australians. And there's much more people here in Australia that you see, because in Portugal it's there's little towns that have maybe 100 people in it, and
so people are closer together, you're trying to say?
Yeah.
And the third thing?
that everyone in Portugal, all the kids, they are good at soccer. Just everyone, even if,
Each dream live football, right?
yeah, like they have football in their blood. It's like you can get a kid that's like born, haven't seen anything about football, and he'll know how to kick a ball and play.
Yeah, that's definitely one of the biggest things when I was living in Europe. 7 o'clock at night, Champions League, football, not having to wake up early in the morning. When the local team's playing, everyone knows, everyone's talking about the hype. I did that. Football culture is massive, and I did really, I enjoyed that personally. So, what's the future for Leo? What are you doing next year?
Next year, if I'm doing good at Braga and I can keep going and they like how I'm going, I'll get another contract for 3 years. And
So you got another year left on your contract at the moment?
Yeah.
So you're going into your second year, yeah?
yeah, and if I get signed for 3 years, it's professional contract, and I start getting paid.
Okay, that's pretty cool. So, what is the goal? Where are we going to see Leo in? What's the 5-year plan?
5-year plan, under 18s Portugal national team, or probably the actual Portugal national team. Hoping.
Nice. And we hope you're going to see that Braga shirt playing for the first team. Well, I definitely hope. For me, this has been a really great experience because my goal at Sphere Football is to develop footballers and send them overseas, which is what we've done here with Leo. We want them to get to the best level they can possibly get to. Obviously, Sydney FC and Wanderers are great clubs. MacArthur Bulls, we would love for our players to go there. But if they've got what it takes to make that leap, not only, like Leo said, mentally and obviously technically, but to sacrifice, to live away from their parents and go overseas. That's what we want. So Leo is the first of many, many footballers. There's a few coming up. We're going to have some more interviews with them. But we're really proud of Leo. And it just shows you, Leo's not a big kid. He's small, but he's very technical. He works hard. He's determined. And it just shows all those kids out there, if you put in the hours, we were spending every morning before school, me and him were training in the cold, in the wet, in the 40 degrees. We were training, we were focused on our goal, and we put that together, and now you can see the result. He's playing for Braga, he's living out his dreams, he's going to make his dreams a reality, and the Sphere Football family is behind you. I'm so happy I had the pleasure to coach you, mentor you, and I can't wait for the future. Any last words?
Train at Sphere Football.
Legend. All right, Sphere Football, out!